Welcome to the Springtown Election Candidate Meet and Greet information session. My name is Janet Pravadakis. Normally we would do a type of meet and greet of the candidates over at the police station's conference room. So you'd be able to see those that are on the ballot. But because of the pandemic, we're going to opt for a Zoom session. Now the session's going to be able to be seen on Channel 8 and on the Ayer Public Access Corporation's website, which is ayerpublicaccess.org. Well, we had asked the 9 uncontested candidates whether or not they wanted to participate, and 6 said yes, and 3 said no. So what I'll be doing is I'm going to be introducing the candidates, give them time to tell us who they are, give them a little background, about themselves and why they want the position that they're searching for. And then we'll be able to go ahead and be able to, like I say, show it on Channel 8 and on the website. So tonight we're going to be talking to Maggie Durand. Maggie, thank you so much for participating in this. You're going to be running for the library trustee, correct?
Yes.
All right. Well, welcome. Why don't you go ahead and take it from here and tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're running for that office.
Okay. Well, hello. My name's Maggie Durand. I am a lifelong resident of Ayer. I've been up on William Street with my parents. I was a 2013 graduate from Ayer High School. I studied history and political science at Suffolk University. I received my bachelor's from there in 2017. I started my graduate program at the University of Massachusetts in Boston with history and archives, and I've been working with our local school district since 2019. I currently work at Laura A. White over in Shirley. I became interested in being a library trustee when I saw that there was an open position. So I gathered up all my signatures. I looked into, what the town library trustees requirements or position is entailing. And I noticed that most of it is for financial, for strategic planning, for any local programming that they may have. And I'm very excited to be more involved in my community. I've been involved with our local Boy Scouts since 2013. I'm a registered assistant scoutmaster for Troop 2, and I'm a merit badge counselor for the local area and anyone who wants to do a remote badge. And so I'm really, really excited. This is my first election. So I've been campaigning like crazy, even though I'm running unopposed. But no, so I'm really excited.
All right, no, that's good. You come from good stock. I worked with your dad, so he'll be a legacy that's going to be remembered forever. So thank you for carrying the torch. It's like, but no, they go ahead, and I know that the library has had to change it up a little bit because of the pandemic and everything. Have you been able to participate in some of the book drops and things that they were able to do?
I've dropped off a few books that I borrowed, but I actually haven't been to the library since the pandemic actually happened. I was making good use of it when I started graduate school, but then like a year later, the pandemic hit. I've been there to meet with Tim Silva, the library director. I really, really like him. He has a lot of really good ideas. Him and I both agree that the technology in the library could use some updating. So that's something I really, really want to push for, because I know a lot of people use the library for Wi-Fi, for homework, for research. So that's a big issue that I really want to address as trustee.
Mm-hmm. No, that sounds pretty good. It's like, well, like I say, this is a meet and greet. Is there anything that you just want to go ahead and leave the audience with about yourself? Or
no.
All right, you pretty much said it all. I just want to remind everybody that this candidate session is for the Ayer Springtown election, which is going to happen on May 11th. The polls open at 7 o'clock in the morning and close at 8 o'clock. You have until tomorrow, May 5th. I should really say until May 5th, depending upon when you're watching this video, to go ahead and get an absentee ballot or an early ballot. You have to go ahead and get that paperwork in by 5 o'clock in the hands of the town clerk's office before 5 o'clock. And I just want to again say, Maggie, thank you so much for giving us a little bit of information. We wish you the best. And let's see what ends up happening on May 11th.
Thank you for having me.
All right, you're welcome. Thank you.